Why do couples stop talking? Good question, isn't it? And why is it that couples, they can't connect without fighting? If this is you, I'd encourage you to stay listening. You know, I hear this over and over again. We don't talk like we used to. It feels like every time we talk about certain topics, we have a fight. It's like, come the weekend, that's when it all starts up. We're pretty good during the week, but come the weekend, it's just, we don't connect, and I don't know why. So if this is you, this is why couples stop talking. They stop talking for various reasons, but the big ones that I've seen is they stop talking because they're not feeling heard, they're not feeling understood, stressed, busy, and just not feeling valued in the relationship. And what can begin to happen is that perhaps parts of you, like feeling not good enough or not feeling worthy, they can get triggered. So the slightest comment or a look or a tone, that shuts you down. You just don't want to talk. It's too much, because when we talk, we fight. Does this sound familiar? So if it does, what's really going on? There's no other relationship like it, is there? Your emotional, intimate relationship. And notice I say emotional. So what's really going on is that emotional safety isn't as strong anymore. Why? Why isn't it as strong? You have to feel valued. You have to feel seen. You have to feel emotionally safe. And you know, it's not the dishwasher, it's not the dishes that you're fighting about. It's not that. What is under that? It's not feeling important. And in your intimate relationship, you want to feel important. You want to feel seen. And you want to know that you matter. So I'm going to talk about 3 ways to reconnect. So something that can be helpful, the first one is using I statements. So instead of you always do this and you always yell at me when you come home after work and you don't pick up your washing and you, it could be very valid. But when you are coming from that angle, do you think you're going to get much response? No, you're probably not. So it's using I statements instead of blaming statements. So I feel, and it could be like round, let's use an example with, say you've got a partner, this is one that I hear a lot, they don't stack the dishwasher correctly. So it's you that doesn't stack the dishwasher correctly. Let's use that example. You don't stack the dishwasher correctly and your partner has a go at you and criticizes you and attacks you, and now it's just got ridiculous. So it's using I statements. I feel uneasy when you're having a go at me about the dishwasher. I feel it could be really helpful if perhaps the way you say it to me, or perhaps your tone, I'd be much more open to hear what you've got to say. So it's all about, you're not blaming, you're not attacking. It's using I statements. It's extremely powerful. I find it difficult when you said you were going to be home at 6 o'clock and you don't come home till 8 o'clock and I've got dinner on the table. I feel that it would be really helpful. Look, I'm just thinking all this up in my head as I go along. I feel it would be really helpful if, hey, you could just let me know that you're running late and that you're not going to be home till 8, because I sort of have expectations and I think you're going to be home at this time and you don't. And actually, I find that quite triggering. And explain. So it's just using I statements. You're not attacking, you're not blaming, you're not criticizing. And this is a mature adult relationship, because when you're blaming, particularly women, and I hear it working with couples, the men say they sometimes feel like they're with their mum and she's friggin' nagging me. If she could work on how she delivers, and if she could work on using I statements, that will actually delete a lot of that. That could be really helpful. Pop something in the show notes and let me know if you agree with this. The next one is a daily check-in. I harp on about this all the time. The daily check-in. Start with 5 minutes, but ideally at least 10. And it's how you're feeling, how you're going, perhaps where you had trouble in the day with yourself, your mindset. It's talking about how you are, how you're feeling today. And in this really rushed, busy world, we do not take time to get out of our head, get into our body, get into our heart, and connect. And an intimate relationship is an emotional relationship, and it's having the emotional connection, having the emotional intelligence to be able to put words to what you are feeling. It's being honest too. It's not sugarcoating it. I'm feeling vulnerable today, or actually earlier today I was feeling resentful, or I'm feeling agitated. But put words to it. Trust the container of your relationship enough to be able to do that. It has a ripple effect, and it's very liberating for a couple who perhaps have been fighting, who don't know how to talk to each other. Both make a conscious decision to start coming from the emotional space inside instead of just surface. It's just slicing it, little slices of emotional safety. And the slices can start to get a little bit bigger as you begin to trust the relationship again. But it's crucial for a relationship to be able to blossom and move forward, and to be able to get out of that phase of fighting. The other one is, and I love this one, how can I love you better? That is such a great question. Ask your partner that. How can I love you better? Your partner knows themselves better than you do. They know what they need. And it could be as simple as, I love coming home and there's cooked meals on the table. Or it could be, I love it when you do that language where you say, oh, I love what you just did there for me. Or words of softness, love, darling, sweetheart. It could be being grateful for what your partner's done. It could be bringing little gifts home because you thought of your partner. It could be, it doesn't matter what it is. Of course, you may have heard of the 5 love languages, and this goes a little bit deeper. How can I love you better? Because what you're saying to your partner is, actually, you're important to me, and I want to know that I'm loving you in a way that you receive love. So how can I love you better? And listen, really listen to what they're saying. And if you do that to your partner, you never know. You may get it back. Your partner may go, so how can I love you better? And this is a conversation you can do quite regularly. Every week, every few weeks. How can I love you better? Because as you know, being a human, life changes. There can be a lot of things outside in your world that are changing. Work stresses, home stresses, people getting ill, just so many different things that can happen, that being able to feel safe in your relationship and know that your partner's got your back is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, disconnection, it's normal. It's part of being in a relationship. The key is repair is possible, and it's small shifts and big changes, and it's trusting the relationship. So why couples stop talking? Look, I could open that up even more, but I think just start with little shifts, little movements in the direction that is of value to you, which I'm assuming, if you're listening to this, is your relationship, is your partnership, is your team, i.e. you and your partner, and how to reconnect without fighting. And try some of these. Let me know in the show notes if you do any of it. And watch more videos. You will get how I show up in the world. I'm very passionate about what I do, and it is all about helping couples and individuals heal and to come from their best selves, their best versions. And with that, you can create a beautiful, intimate relationship. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video.